Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Feeling Good Therapist, where we'll learn about different skills and tools to help you in your personal or even professional life as a therapist. And today we have Debbie Rosenberg, who will be teaching us this awesome technique called externalization of voices.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. So today we're going to be doing externalization of voices, which is one of my favorite methods. And we're going to be doing a role play with Richard, who is having the thought that he's a terrible parent after getting some negative feedback from the school about how his kid is doing, getting into some trouble and things. All right, so Richard, let's start doing a role play. It's called Externalization of Voices. And in this role play, I'm going to be playing the negative side of your mind. So I'm going to be throwing negative thoughts at you, and you're going to be playing the positive side of your mind. And your job is going to be to crush those negative thoughts as hard as you can. And we're really going for a huge win over the negative thoughts. You can crush them any way you want, but there are four main ways that we try to crush the negative thoughts. So the first is called self-defense. And actually, I want you to write these down. So if you could just grab a pen and paper. Um, so the first one is called self-defense, where you defend yourself and explain why the thought is not true. The second is radical acceptance, where you own the true elements of the thought, but with humor and peace of mind. The third is making a plan for change. So if you agree with some parts of the thoughts, but you don't want to accept it, you can specify what are things that you can change in the situation. And four is counterattack, because sometimes our negative thoughts can feel kind of like a bully, and it can be helpful to attack back and just tell the thoughts to really buzz off or to leave you alone. And that also can be helpful. So you can use any or all of these strategies. And again, we're really going for you to have a huge win over the negative thought. Um, and the reason that we do the method like this is because sometimes when our negative thoughts are in our minds, they can feel really powerful, and it can be very helpful to actually externalize them, to get them out of our minds and really see them for what they are. And then that sometimes really allows us to challenge those thoughts more effectively. And another reason is that when we're really saying it out loud, a lot of times we can connect the challenge and negative thought at the emotional level. So, sometimes people say, okay, I can kind of understand it cognitively, but I don't always feel it emotionally. And this is a method that really helps connect that down to the emotional level so that when we're arguing against our negative thoughts, we can really feel it emotionally. And I think it kind of helps to provide that healing both cognitively and emotionally at the same time. So, you ready to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, in this method, who am I?
You're kind of like the negative part of my mind,
That's right. Exactly. I'm going to be the negative side of your mind. And who are you?
the positive side.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
All right. So Richard, I heard about your kid getting in trouble at school, and that means you're a terrible parent.
Yeah, I think sometimes that happens and kids get into trouble. And I do some things that are good.
Okay. Who won?
Um, I guess I did.
Okay, big or small?
Kind of like a small win.
Yeah. Let's go for a huge win. Would you want to try again, or would you want to switch sides? And you could be the negative side of your mind, and I could be the positive side of your
Let's switch sides.
mind. Okay.
So, Richard, you're just such a bad parent.
That is complete baloney. I am a very loving and wonderful parent. I am home every day helping my kid with his homework. All kids get in trouble at school. That's a normal thing that happens sometimes. And that's something that I can address. I can, figure out what's going on. Maybe he's having some feelings at school. I can talk to his teachers. But this is really not about my parenting skills. I am a loving, wonderful, present parent, and I love my kid. And this is just not true. So get lost. Who won?
Oh, you definitely did.
Big or small?
Big.
Big or huge?
Oh, it was huge for sure.
All right. Should we switch again? And this time I'll be the negative thoughts and negative side of your mind, and you'll go for that huge win.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. So, Richard, I've been hearing what's going on with your kid at school, and that means you're a terrible parent.
There's definitely a lot I can improve on, just like everyone else in this world, where I can become a better parent. And I think I can learn quite a bit from this experience. And kind of like the more I do this, it really shows how much I care about my kids in terms of the effort and wanting to do better for them. And at the same time, I do so many wonderful things for my kids as well, where I go to these meetings to kind of talk about these things. But not only that, I help them with homework. I help them get ready for school, and every day, just they always tell me that they love me. And I'm also kind of thinking that part of this is I'll just kind of prepare myself, learn from this experience, and do better next time. But I wish you would just buzz off, because a part of this is you're actually making things really challenging for me, because you keep telling me this. I just feel discouraged and don't want to do anything. So it's actually better that you kind of stay out of my life.
Wow. Who won?
Hi, Dad.
Big or small?
Big.
Big or huge?
Oh, for sure, huge.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. That was a huge win. What was that like for you going through this method and hearing yourself say that?
It was really great. I'm just kind of realizing kind of like the truth behind it all. And it's just I do have like quite a bit of like opportunities to like improve, and no one's going to be a perfect parent. It's not like we've been training for this all of our lives. Uh,
Right.
it just feels good to kind of like notice, hey, I'm not perfect, and I'm also doing a lot of good things, and I'll
Yeah.
continue to do good things. So it was really positive.
Yeah. What would be a positive thought we could write down based on what you just said?
I think a really good positive thought is, everyone is going to improve as parents, and I'm not giving up. So it kind of shows that I care quite a bit. And not only that, but it kind of gives me an opportunity to become better for my kids and also for myself as well. And this thought in itself is definitely not serving me.
Wow. Okay, great. Great. Write that down. Um,
Let's pause right there. That was wonderful, Debbie. Debbie did such wonderful demonstration of externalization of voices. And if you're wanting to learn more about different tools and techniques, you can subscribe. And if you're wanting to learn more about Debbie, you can look at her descriptions below.